Greetings and welcome back. El Rushmo here on the cutting edge of societal evolution. A little news here about the White House staffer Stephen Miller, who we very much admire here. Stephen Miller is the focus of a hit piece today in the Washington Post, in, I guess, one of their gossip sections. Apparently, Stephen Miller has had the audacity to buy a $1 million condominium in a stylish, sophisticated Washington area called City Center. And this is unacceptable to the Washington Post. They find blatant hypocrisy. Trump is the man of the blue-collar middle class. Donald Trump, the nationalist and the populist. And here's one of Trump's guys living in a $1 million condo. It's hypocrisy. It is outrageous. And even Jim Acosta, that lame brain from CNN, is getting in on the action. When I grew up in a one-bedroom shack with my parents in the suburbs of some suburb in Georgia, whatever it is. What they don't tell anybody is about Bernie Sanders' 3 homes. You want to talk about hypocrisy? And frankly, I'm not a big proponent of hypocrisy as a change agent, folks. As a bit of persuasion, I don't think it works. I don't think hypocrisy is anything other than entertaining and maybe enlightening. But as a aspect of the art of persuasion, I don't think hypocrisy works at all. But doesn't mean that it can't be effective in attacking someone's credibility or their image or their reputation. They're clearly trying to destroy Stephen Miller here. He's 30-plus years old in a little $1 million condo. They're saying, how can somebody who works for a government salary afford $1 million condo? Why don't they ever ask that question? You know who else lives in this building? Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill. And I'll guarantee you her condo costs more than $1 million at City Center, but she doesn't even get a mention. She doesn't even get a mention of being a resident in this place. Only Stephen Miller does. And, of course, they ignore Crazy Bernie and his multiple homes in Vermont. I think his 3rd home cost around $600,000. And it's been known for almost a year now that Crazy Bernie and his wife have been branching out buying homes. You talk about hypocrisy, but it illustrates, again, hypocrisy never sticks to the left anyway. I don't know if it's going to stick Stephen Miller, but the point is they're trying to destroy the guy's reputation, which means they consider him effective. And of all the things the Washington Post could decide to do a news story on, they have to focus on where Stephen Miller lives in a $1 million condo in a fashionable address. How dare he? Doesn't Miller know that place is not for people like him? And so he's not welcome there. They seek to embarrass him and say that this is evidence of how phony Trump is. That Trump's not actually out for the little guy. That Trump's support staff is not actually out for the little guy. They're out of touch with the little guy. Patently